Was there ever a time when you would ask yourself, why me? Or why did this happen to me?
I do remember there was times I would spend time in the library and I would cry to myself. I remember I had a notebook, and I would just write stuff, and I would just sit there and I would just quietly cry to myself, and then of course switch back and go back to class. Thinking back at it, in the early 2010s, in that era, this is a big push of new atheism. Dawkins, Hitchens, and Dennett and Harris. This is their prime. Yeah, they're giving lectures at Oxford Uni. Their YouTube is blowing up. Books are going out. They're making it mainstream. And I encountered an explanation from that side. And the explanation more or less is that if this God is supposedly all powerful, all knowing, yeah, he's all able to do things. Okay, why bone cancer in little children?
I'd say bone cancer in children? What's that about?
It's wrapped with emotion. And it's difficult to answer the question when it's wrapped with emotion. But when you sort of take the emotion out and you think about it rationally and logically, I found that the Islamic tradition has got a really deep and deeply layered answer to this in ways that other traditions don't. And I say this is because often when atheists engage with this question and they caricature it, often they're responding to a Christian God and a Christian understanding of God. And the Christian understanding of God fits that caricature that they're responding to. And it's a total straw man to the Islamic tradition, right? So it's a total misrepresentation. Why? Because in the Christian God, he's all good. He's only all good. But in the Islamic tradition, we have this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed himself we have the 99 names. Like, it's clear and explicit. So for example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the all-wise. Yeah? Well, if he's the all-wise, then there's wisdom. And if there's wisdom, there's a reason. So the question here is what is that reason? And I think what happens is when we go through challenges and difficulties, we put ourselves at the center of the universe, yeah? We put ourselves in the middle, yeah? In the way, and we say that if I was God, why did I let this happen? Kind of thing, which is what is termed anthropomorphizing God, right? So, and that's of course a bad thing to do in our tradition, right? We don't do that. So the point here is that there's different ways of looking at things and different ways of understanding things. So in the moment, I could not comprehend because I'm going through that experience. It's just there's so much happening on a mental, social, physical, biological thing that's just like, it's confusing. But when the dust settled, I could have this intellectual engagement with this topic better. And in doing that, I was able to appreciate the answer. And so the question was, what was that wisdom? If you talk to me 12 years after the fact, which is today, 12 years, I could appreciate the wisdom in so many ways, right? In fact, I would appreciate the wisdom so much so that if I had to rewrite my life, if God gave you a book in the beginning, he said, you're going to be born and just choose how you want to live your life. Write down what you want and I'll do it for you. And I say this genuinely and sincerely. I wouldn't have it any other way, because what this has opened up to me is opportunities, relationships, realizations that could not have happened if I didn't go through those experiences. I can imagine that if this didn't happen, what kind of person I would have been.
Like, you can just, I guess, come to appreciate the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like, I heard one sheikh, he said it once, he goes, you see the pixel.
Yes.
Allah sees the whole picture. With our limited understanding, as human beings, we need to acknowledge and understand that we do have a limited intellect. We do have a limited understanding of the world and how it operates. So when we see the pixel, we are oblivious that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has got this whole picture going on beyond our eyesight. And it only takes the entire experience for us to appreciate that.